people in my library. I think the only thing that would make me feel better if you were all students and you had books and you were studying. But it's so great to have you all here. Our library likes to be a supporter of the arts, whether it's classical music or literature or just great artwork. So tonight we're just going to have great music, and I'm sure you're all ready for it, and so am I. I just have a few things to say, so I won't be here very long. This is a community event sponsored by Kent State University, but we are also supporting Team Mojo tonight, so I'm sure you'll hear more of that later. So there is an open guitar case back there for donations for them, and the money raised tonight will go to support music lessons for young people. So just think of this as an investment, and a few years from now, some of those young people might be up here entertaining you then. So a few housekeeping things. We do have popcorn back there that's free, so help yourself, and we are selling beverages for $1, cans of Diet Coke, water, other things. So the most important announcement, for those of you who not come here regularly, the restrooms. The women's restroom is out this door and around this way, right before the steps. The men's is just the opposite end of the floor. So tonight, our musicians who are going to entertain us are Doug and Dave Smith. So here, if you live in this area and haven't heard Doug and Dave, you must be living in a cave. That's all I can say, because they're well known around this area. So Bob Walker, who is a professor here, as well as has his own business here in town. We can all thank Bob for putting this event, coming up with this idea and getting us to do this event tonight, so thank you, Bob. And Bill Crawford and Bertie Schmidbauer, who I believe are going to start us off, right? So I will turn it over to them.
All right, we get everything back the way we need it. Thank you, Susan Weaver, for the introduction, and of course, Bob Walker for putting this together. I'm usually used to doing these Team Mojo Foundation sort of like tip jar shows on my own, and it was nice not to have to worry about a whole heck of a lot other than showing up. So big thanks to Bob and Susan for doing the legwork and putting this together. I'm going to ramble a little bit because that's just what I do, if you know me, especially when it comes to Team Mojo Foundation, so might end up talking more than we're performing, but we'll see what happens. But this, again, thank you especially to the library, Kent State, and Susan and Bob for allowing this to be a fundraiser for Team Mojo Foundation. If you don't know, real quick, in the area, the tri-state area here, the local tri-state area, Team Mojo Foundation, of which I'm founder and executive director, is a tri-state 501c3 nonprofit organization. We help basically underprivileged children, K through 12 school-age kids, be able to participate in events, do things that they just otherwise wouldn't be able to do, basically is what our mission statement is in so many words. So we do that through generous donations from other nonprofit agencies or individuals and foundations, and our own fundraising efforts, and folks like you for tonight. You can always find out more about that at teammojofoundation.org, or of course Facebook, which is huge for us, and you can find us on Facebook. And it's a organizational page, so you don't have to be a Facebook user or anything. You can go right there, find out a lot about Team Mojo Foundation. So that's just a real quickie background. Feel free to check out more about Team Mojo Foundation. We also, I know, have some board members in the audience, and maybe some former board members as well too, so thank you for that. But the Free Music Lessons Project, real quick, my favorite thing we have going on. We do a lot of things. There's no certain thing. A lot of people think of sports because obviously sports costs money. We do a lot with sports and kids, but we do across the board. Anything that kids that can't afford to do certain things need to be able to do, we help them out through an application process. And but the Free Music Lessons Project is my favorite thing we have going on. We've been going on for a couple of years now. It's funded by some generous donations and charitable foundations like the East Circle City Hospital, River Valley Health Partners, First National Community Bank, Hancock County Savings Bank, and events like this. So that's how we keep it going. And it's just such a cool thing. basically we provide, you don't think about music lessons as a big deal, but I took music lessons, my son took music lessons, I'm sure a lot of people took music lessons, and it adds up. A $15 or so, half an hour music lesson once a week ends up to be $600-700 a year. So you can imagine in this area, and a lot of areas, that the kids aren't going to be able to afford that. So we have an incredible amount of success stories. As a matter of fact, I don't want to hold up too much, but is Keith Williams here from, yeah, Keith, just real quick, just maybe say a couple, real quick, like a success stories, or you're, from an instructor's perspective, for the DC Music, Keith Williams is involved with the program.
Yeah, I teach DC Music out of Latin, I'm sure you all know, it's familiar with the store. I have the honor and pleasure to teach some students sponsored by the Mojo Foundation, and it makes a wonderful difference. I mean, anywhere from 12 K through 12. I have an autistic child that really gets a lot of, I guess you could say, therapy out of these music lessons. As we all know, the arts are taking a beating in the school system today, and I'm not here to throw rocks at the school system. They have a lot of problems to take care of with very limited funds to do it. But somewhere along the line, we kind of have to pick up the ball and make up the difference. And I really applaud this organization for doing that. So, any help you can give, do you think it's doing any good? Yes, I think it's doing a tremendous amount of good. So, thanks.
Thank you.
For coming, everybody.
Thanks, Keith, appreciate it. Mark Miller also, thank you, Keith. We work for DC Music in Calcutta, and also Music and Art for You, which is the music store on the corner down here downtown. Mark Miller is our primary contact there with guitar lessons, but we have some piano and keyboard in there as well. Mark was sick tonight. He was upset he couldn't be here because he wanted to say a few words as well, because he's a huge proponent of the program as well. And Bernie now is back in town, and he's a very accomplished, capable instructor, and so we're trying to get him in the mix too. And so if you're interested, but back in the back table back there, there's propaganda, there's a sheet about the Free Music Lessons Project, and then on the flip side is the general information about Team Mojo Foundation. There's a bunch of stickers back there. You got to take a sticker, please. If you don't already have one, take one anyway. They're freebie stickers. My card's back there, and of course the guitar case is back there as well. But so anyway, I'm lucky to have Bernie Schmidbauer here with me. Hopefully you guys remember Bernie. He's a local boy, and usually my son Jordan and I play, and Crawford and Son, and it's Crawford and Bernie tonight. And I'm really humbled. I'm still consider myself a novice, and these guys are all, professionals. And Bernie's, has a fantastic background and history of traveling all over the place, really, and performing with bands, not only in this country but internationally. And he's very accomplished, and I'm very humbled and honored to be able to play with him tonight. So, anyway, I will shut up and we'll start playing. Like I said, I'm a rambler, but when it comes to Team Mojo, we got passionate about it. Got to make sure you understand what we're here for. Now, these songs are my arrangements. I'm not trying to imitate anybody. And I always like to give a little bit of backstory about the song, so bear with me on that. I just think it's important. When I see people perform, I love it when they have like a little bit of a history or background on the song, so we'll be doing that throughout as well. And we're going to start off with a song from 1962. It was written by Malvina Reynolds, who was a folk singer back in that time period, and it was covered actually by Pete Seeger. Probably most people know, like a year later, but 62, Malvina Reynolds and her husband were driving out, actually where he used to live, Bernie, somewhere south of San Francisco, and going down along the coast, and she noticed her husband was driving. She's a songwriter. She wrote this song about all the, at the time, the cookie cutter sort of houses on the hillside. The song was called Little Boxes. You might also remember from, it was one of the theme songs for, I think it was on Showtime, the series called Weeds back in the day, but you might recognize it from there. But one quick quote I found about Little Boxes is that sums it up. It says, and this is again back in the 60s, but the profound nature of the song is explained by a university professor quoted in Time magazine back then by saying, "I've been lecturing my classes about middle class conformity for a whole semester. Here's a song that says it all in 2.5 minutes." So it's kind of a political satire, and it's called Little Boxes. Finally, some music. boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky. Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes all the same. There's a green one, and a pink one, and a blue one, and a yellow one. They're all made out of ticky-tacky, they all look just the same. And the people in the houses all went to the university, where they were put in boxes, they came out all the same. And there's doctors and lawyers and business executives, they're all made out of ticky-tacky, they all look just the same. They all play on the golf course and drink their martinis dry. They all have pretty children, the children go to school. And the children go to summer camp and then to the university, where they are put in boxes, they come out all the same. Boys go into business and marry and raise a family in boxes made of ticky-tacky, they all look just the same. There's a green one and a pink one and a blue one and the yellow one. They're all made out of ticky-tacky, they all look just the same. I've always liked that song. I was kind of anxious to play it out, so it's just a cool song. All right, the next one, of course, I got to throw a Johnny Cash tune in here. This is one of my favorite Johnny Cash songs to play. It is a little-known song, really original, written by Johnny Cash, recorded in 1957, made it to number 3 on the charts, I believe, but probably even better known, redone in the movie Walk the Line. Johnny Cash wrote the song about his unhappy childhood, Home of the Blues. My friend, you'll find me at the home of the blues. I'll walk and cry while my heartbeat keeps time with the drag of my shoes. The sun never shines through this window of mine. It's dark at the home of the blues. Oh, but the place is filled with memories, memories so sweet that I cry, dreams that I just want to give up and lay down and die. So if you just lost your sweetheart and it seems there's no good way to choose, come along with me, misery loves company. You're welcome at the home of the blues. Just around the corner there's heartache, down the street that losers use. If you can wade in through the teardrops, my friend, you'll find me at the home of the blues. You'll find me at the home of the blues. Thank you very much. Doug Smith, artist workmanship. All right, next up we've got, this is another song that I've played for a long time. Well, I haven't been playing that long, but I've always liked this song. And I wanted to play it out, so I'll give it a shot. This is from the soundtrack for the movie Into the Wild. If you have not seen the movie Into the Wild from, I think, 2007, definitely check it out, Netflix it, whatever. It's based on a true story, a book, I believe, but it's just a very, very interesting movie, and Eddie Vedder did the soundtrack. I think this was the most popular song from the soundtrack in well, it was actually a cover I just found out recently, written by Gordon Peterson, who went by the name of Indio, back in 1989, who later filed a lawsuit against Eddie Vedder, so hopefully Mr. Peterson not in the audience tonight, but it's called Hard Sun. Again, if you get a chance looking for a pretty cool movie to watch, Into the Wild, based on a true story. And the song is Hard Sun. Big hard world. When she comes to greet me, she is mercy at my feet. When I see her pin her charm, she just throws it back at me. Once I dug an early grave to find a better land. She just smiled and laughed at me and took her bruise back again. There's a big hard sun beating on the big people in the big hard world. There's a big hard sun beating on the big people All right, this last two songs are originals, actually. My son Jordan and I went on a really cool road trip back in the summer of 2012 with the idea of, we had no idea what we were really doing, to be honest. We had equipment we didn't know how to use, and we just kind of took off for a week. Spent a few days in Woodstock, believe it or not, and also up in the Laurel Highlands in a friend's cabin, and we wrote with the idea of wanting to write 5 songs, just making it up as we went along, and Jordan did a fantastic job with the equipment and everything. And we came back with 5 songs, 5 original songs, and these two are the two that I think we like the most, or that are playable at least out. So, and of course, Bernie fits in well here because he's one of Jordan's mentors from back in the day. So, and was of course a heavy influence on Jordan's playing. So, this is Mr. Government. Go ahead. Hold on. Sorry. My fault. Hold on. Yeah, that's my other son Owen on the sound system back there. So sorry about that. Can you get back to me in a minute? All right, my bad. That's my fault. All right, now we're ready. Mr. Government, do you know how to send some answers round? The mood is down. Mr. Government, what went wrong? Such a sad, sad song. We must stay strong. Mr. Government, it's not the same. All the great big games, you should feel shame. Mr. Government, I will not cave. Vigilant and brave, we'll be okay.
Might be appropriate to note in Bullfighter, wrote a poem on a few lines of which do seem appropriate. Bullfight critics ranked in rows fill the enormous plaza full, but only one is there who really knows. He's the one who fights the bull.
Let's just get everybody together. Let's get unified. The sky will open. The light will come down. Celestial choirs will be singing. And everyone will know we should do the right thing and the world will be perfect.
Mrs. Government, pick up your man. We need your help, madam, to make us stand. Mrs. Government, where have you gone? It's time to take it back, you Washington. Mr. Government, what can I say? When will the madness stop? If not today. Father Government, what have you done? 1 million souls were sold to save just one.
Those people are going to know whether or not they're prisoners or crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I burn everything I've got.
That's my bad. Good job, Owen. All right, we got one more. This is also original tune from our CD, Jordan Eyes, and Bernie's going to take over on the guitar part. And again, thank you for coming out, and just again, humbled and honored to actually be able to do this. Is what I wanted to do when I started this late in life, and I can't believe I'm, on the same stage as the famous Doug and Dave and Bernie and Bob Walker and all those guys. So I really am excited about that, and I appreciate them being letting us get involved and being involved in helping Team Mojo Foundation. In between sets or afterwards or whatever, again, be sure to grab stickers and propaganda. If you have any questions about Team Mojo Foundation, not just Free Music Lessons Project, corner me and I will talk to you until you have to run away because I won't stop talking. So, but this is Half for Dead. Like 10 years I've been gone. Can I see you? Can I feel you? You can't wait for me in bed. The miles have left me half for dead. I can see you, I can feel you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm here. Just in time to save a tear. Can I have you? Can I keep you? Mountains climb so far away, waiting for this crazy day. I can have you, I can keep you. I can't find my way back home. Feels like 10 years I've been gone. Can I see you? Can I feel you? You can't wait for me in bed. The miles have left me half for dead. I can see you, I can feel you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm here. Just in time to save a tear. Can I have you? Can I keep you? Mountains climb so far away, waiting for this crazy day. I can have you, I can keep you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bernie. Appreciate it.